Recently, these four sisters went over to Africa, to Ghana, to a slave site, and they was visiting, and they started twerking. And this blew up the whole internet. The internet was blowing up for about 2 weeks, no, a week or two, something like that, because these four sisters was twerking at an African slave site. It was a slave site a long time ago where they held the Africans before they would have shipped them off to wherever they shipped them off to the Caribbean island, to the United States, wherever these slaves went. This is where they held them at until they shipped them off. And so these four sisters, they went to Africa to visit, to see the motherland and enjoy themselves. And they started twerking at this slave site. And so this blew up the whole internet. I remember reading some YouTube pages, whatever, watching some YouTube pages, and they said, oh, just ratchet, just nasty, and just ghetto. And so before I made my response, I decided to do a little research on it. I wanted to see if I can connect with the lady page that is accused of twerking over there, or one of the ladies. I think it was four of them, maybe five. But I want to see if I could see her side of the story. So I saw something on Twitter or something. She made a response, and she was saying that, when they was twerking, you could hear them in the video saying, oh, this for the ancestors. This for the ancestors. And they started laughing. And but the lady made a response to all the backlash she was getting for her and her friends twerking at the slave site. She said they gave money to kids and people in the village with no electricity. So they was over there connecting with the African people and being nice also, giving money, to people, being nice. So this kind of paints a different picture of them, because people want to say they negative and disrespectful for twerking at this slave site. So this kind of paints a different picture of them. They over there giving out money. Also, they said they gave away clothes. They gave away clothes to needy people, and they overly tipped people who served them. So they overly tipped their room service, or they waiters, or they taxi drivers, whoever served them. So these ladies was over there being really respectful. So they wasn't, because if you're disrespectful, you're going to be disrespectful everywhere. So after reading this lady Twitter, I don't think they was disrespectful as we think they are. And then plus two, you in another country. Not too many people go to another country cutting up. That's just crazy, because America might not can't save you, or they might can't save you right away. Look at Brittany Griner. It took her 9 months before she got out of the Russian prison. And also the lady that responded to the backlash, one of the ladies that was twerking, she said, would we feel different if they was doing African dances at the slave site instead of twerking? And then what's strange about that, upon further research, twerking comes from Africa. So they got a dance over there where they twerk, just like the American black women be twerking. African have a original dance where they just sitting there bouncing their booty. Same type of form, but the African American women bend all the way over and twerk it. But the African women, they slightly bend and they just bounce their booty. Same type of movement with the butt. But like I said, the African American women bend all the way over, and the African women, they bend slightly forward. So twerking comes from Africa. So I don't know. I didn't see any comments from the African people over there in Ghana saying anything wrong with it. But a lot of people in the United States saying that, oh, they nasty, they wrong, they shouldn't have did that. So me at first, I'm like, yeah, it did look crazy, but also I know twerking is a form of celebration. Think about all the time when women is twerking, when they start twerking. They'll twerk at a graduation at school. They'll twerk at a prom. They'll twerk at a party. Of course, they do it in a bar on a dance floor. They'll twerk anywhere on the elevator. I see twerking at Walmart. When they in a good mood and they happy, they'll do it. Not disrespectfully, they just happy. It's a form of celebration. You can tell the lady in a good mood or whatever if they twerking. Not saying it's always right. Now you sitting there and you at and it's a bunch of old folks around. They don't care for that. So if you just gonna bust out and start popping booty, and you know what I mean. They don't go for that. So everybody know that. So that's where it can be disrespectful at. But other than that, or if you're gonna hold up traffic and you in the middle of the street twerking, now that's kind of disrespectful. Do what you gonna do. We do it over there on the sidewalk. Why hold up traffic just to twerk? But like I said, after I did further research, my final take on it. After I did further research, the lady was just having fun in Africa. They was over there being extra respectful and connecting with the people and just enjoying their trip. So maybe we got it wrong just to look at it and just take off on them like that. Maybe they're not uh, disrespectful, negative women as they look just looking at the video. You have to go read this lady comment on, I think I read it on Twitter. But if you read this lady responding to all the backlash that they got, they was over there enjoying themselves, being respectful uh, in Africa. They wasn't trying to be disrespectful at all. So that's my take on it. Twerking is a form of celebration. These ladies was having fun, and also twerking is originated in Africa. I'm out.